I want to make sure we cover this because it's a very important part of what we're talking about, and that's what you've done to recognize or commemorate the firefighters who responded to this fire, and also what you're doing at the Academy in terms of the Dan Noonan gallery. And tell us a little bit about what's coming up, what you're going to be doing, and how that's what that's going to look like.
Hold on, I don't want to. I was unaware until before you mentioned when they asked me to spell my middle name. I said,
you got to get the spelling right.
Yeah, Dan knows that we're doing there. So we ordered 2 plaques, 1 plaque for the wall and 1 plaque for the building. We've gotten the approval for them to get ribbons, typically uniform ribbons. That's the other thing that they've been advocating for. And the FDNY leadership, both current and previous, because it's jumped. It's been in the middle of 2 administrations, and both administrations have been 100% on board with all of this. And it's going to be a training wall. It's going to be the New York Telephone Fire Training Memorial wall. And it's going to have several pictures. One of them will be a picture of a young Dan, and we recently did an interview with Dan, and we weren't sure how we wanted to do it, whether we wanted to have a bunch of people sitting around the table asking questions, or just put the mic on Dan and let him go. And we decided that, well, Dan said it's not about him, but he has been the vocal spokesperson. He's the identifiable person representing the 699 firefighters, and importantly, representing their families, as he pointed out as well. So we put a microphone on him, and we recorded him in our library, the manned library, and it is exceptional. And so I will provide you with a link to that once we have it done. And that ceremony, we're really looking forward to it. Typically, we do these type of ceremonies on the anniversary, but being that it was February, colder months in New York, it was difficult for some of the people who wanted to come to be here. And so at Dan's urging, we're doing that in the warmer month in May, so that way we can make sure that whoever wants to be here will be here. We're also it will be streamed live as well on the fire department's webpage and or Facebook page or their YouTube page. Any of their social media links, it'll be streamed live as well.
Being part of the commemoration event at the Fire Academy this past week was truly an honor. To finally see a plaque on the New York Telephone building on 2nd Avenue about what happened in 1975, and to have Dan and all the firefighters finally receive the long-deserved appreciation after 47 years is such an important historical achievement.